specific video, I'm actually going to teach you how to speak hood. This is part 2. The first phrase is, what it do. What it do. That's how you would say it. The emotion of anger. I'm going to give you a couple of phrases that conveys the emotion of anger. Sweet. That's all you is, boy. You sweet. You sweet, boy. What's good? Now in hood, the pronunciation would be, what's good? But then if I say, bro, you tripping, dog? My tone and my voice completely brings out a different kind of meaning for this specific phrase. Now you was tripping, dog. You tripping, dog. Yeah. Yeah, boy.
I pay for therapy because my thoughts tear me. They keep on dragging me. I pay for tips, they scatter me. I can barely sleep, but even I cannot hold on without you inside of me.
So they removed the D and the E from the word slide, and they made it slide, through. So slide through. Now what is the meaning of slide through? Slide through means come over or visit.
Go, shorty. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. You gon' sip and party like it's your birthday. And you know we don't.
Africa ain't built no ship and came back over here and rescued one nigga since we left from Africa. Yeah, and Africans don't like us. Yeah, nigga, Africans don't fuck with us. They don't like us, and they stink. Yeah, they ain't some stinky people. Yeah, niggas, fuck Africa. Yeah, nigga, they ain't our people. We niggas, slaves, the descendants of slaves. They would never call no nigga. The first group of Africans, only one generation. Now the first group came. They wasn't born into this shit. Me and your people was born into this, homie. They were born slaves. They birth certificates say nigga. They was born in Africa. They are not us. They know what tribe they come from. They had a language. Once they broke them from the language and we was born in these conditions. We ain't no Africans. We ain't no Hebrew. We nigga. Bottom line, homie.
Many know about slavery, but few discuss paper genocide. We did not all come from Africa, and most of us have Aboriginal roots that were stripped away due to reclassification and miseducation. As a Native Black American and a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation, I understand the importance of tracing your lineage. If you want to learn how to trace your genealogy and apply for tribal citizenship, send an email to mike@keymediapro.com to schedule a consultation.
They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British, man. Quite frankly, you was kings, Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners, raised up the children to worship their images, set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them, and this shit get way deeper than your pigment.
All right. Let me get some fists and feathers in the chat. If you can hear me loud, crisp, and clear, we'll go ahead and get this party started. Unfortunately, I'm here to report that this African boy is still over here in our country cosplaying and imitating us. It's getting more and more egregious. He's now selling a course on how to talk like a Black American. You literally cannot make this shit up. Hit the Cash App or the PayPal if you appreciate my investigative journalism. And let's get on with the content.
There's a lot of people here in the United States, especially when they're referring to a female, they tend to use the word joint. Like she a bad little joint, meaning that she's a really good looking female. You see that joint?
Look at this African. Hey, they want to be everything but African, right? He came over here to America, got him a wave starter kit, got him a white tee. Oh my God. Oh no. Not the waves and the white tank top. Is he cosplaying or is he cosplaying, guys?
Over there, like, or sometimes they're referring to the woman's behind, right? So if the girl has she has a really big bum, and another guy's looking at her big bum, they be like, man, that joint is fat. That joint is fat, meaning that her booty is really, really big. Weed, right? People that smoke a lot of, weed, they tend to call the weed joint. This joint hit different. For example, if they're smoking weed and they're like,
you ignorant imbecile, we don't call our weed joint if you roll cannabis in tobacco bleached joint papers. We call that smoking a joint. Oh my God. Oh, this is so terrible. They will never be like us, but they're desperately going to try, right? And for the longest time, we tried to be Pan-African and thought we was all just one big black nigga and everybody was B1 and yada yada. And no, it turns out they're not colleagues. They're colonizers.
You not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. The family matter and the truth of the matter. Here was God's plan to show y'all the liar. They not like us. 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 They not like us.
Smoking all this weed and all that kind of stuff is in the air, right? And they're like,
they not like
yo, this
us.
joint hit
They not
different,
like us.
right? Yo,
They
this
not
joint
like
right here,
us.
this joint hit different. When they say this joint hit different, what they mean is this thing makes me feel completely different. It makes me feel unique. It brings a different kind of feeling within me.
No, that's not what we mean. When we say that joint hits different, we're just acknowledging that the weed we're smoking is good. It's up to par. It meet or exceeds our standards. Man, guys, if I didn't work as an advocate on behalf of my community, if I didn't work as an advocate for each and every one of you, if I was a sellout, then I would start a course and teach these Africans how to talk like us. Yo, I would give them the real deal, the multiple layers, the euphemisms, the metaphors, the similes. Oh man, if I was a sellout, but I'm not. And you will never get the keys, Playboy. You will never get me to crack the code, but keep trying to be us.
Example, if you're at work, you wouldn't say he copped out last minute. You wouldn't say that in a professional environment or at work. You would say he backed out of the plan last minute. He didn't show up. Our client didn't show up. You would say something like that in that nature because you are in a professional environment. Gang, welcome back to another video of English with Collins. In today's video, we're diving deep into street talk versus formal talk. This is part 2. If you have not seen part...
And these Africans want to grift and siphon from our culture and not even acknowledge us. Not that it makes it any better, but he's not even saying this is Black American talk. This is Black American speech pattern. He's talking about this is street talk. Street talk. Okay.
Part 1. Then I highly suggest watching part 1 before watching part 2. Because how can you watch part 2 if you have not seen part 1? You feel me? So go back, watch part 1 before jumping into this specific video.
Guys, part 1 was just as bad as part 2. Let me save you some trouble. Part 1 actually made some folks nauseous, so there's that.
We're going to look at several different examples, and I'm also going to give you interactive phrases.
And yes, Casey, an African named Collins. Go figure.
This video is going to be exciting, and I hope you like it. But before we begin, please do me one favor.
Oh, yeah. Wait till he realizes that we change our language literally like semi-annually. Like once a year, damn near, we change our whole flow, our whole language. Oh wait, look guys, here's his pathetic fucking courses. Here's the plug for his courses he sells, so all the other Africans can move to America and pretend to be a native Black American.
So, I'm excited to announce my online school community is officially out. If you want to learn and master the American English accent, the link is down below. Go ahead, click and join the school community. Next week Wednesday, I'm actually hosting a free live session where you guys can actually come on board and learn more about the American English accent. If you're definitely interested in
hit the Cash App or the PayPal if you would like to fund me going undercover in his online Tether University, y'all. Hold up, wait a minute. I gotta figure out how much does this shit cost. Wait a minute. I will go behind enemy lines for you guys if we crowd raise the funds, because I cannot stomach eating the cost myself. I'm sorry, but if we crowd raise the funds for Michael to go to Tether University, I will go, guys. I will go. I will lie and say my name is Kuta Kinte. Oh shit, y'all! Wait a minute. I gotta find it. Where is it? He said Tether University, huh? He said you Africans can learn how to talk like a Black American, just like me. Here we go. So his channel name is called English with Collins. Guys, go ahead and report him for fraud and harassment and abuse and whatever other grievances you have with him grifting our culture. But let me see.
Sometimes a lot of people...
Okay. And then he said he got some university thing. Okay, so he got the $60 flashcard thing. But no, I'm looking for the university. The online school community is closed. Damn. Damn. Damn, within 2 days, he got that shit filled. There's so many Africans that want to talk like us, y'all. There's so many Africans that want to pretend to be us. Motherfucker announced that shit a couple days ago. Fully booked. Sorry, can't accept any more students. He got the fools from Nigeria, Sudan, got the Russians trying to cosplay us, the Indian Slumdog Millionaire motherfuckers talking about, wait a minute, get it how you live. Come on now. This is crazy. Everybody wants to get in on the cosplay.
Go ahead and sign up right now, and I'll see you there. Now, let's jump in. Street talk. What is it? Street talk is used in an informal environment. Environments such as casual settings, you know, where you're basically meeting up with a friend and maybe you guys are chilling or a hangout spot, or maybe you are going to the convenience store, or you're just hanging around with the locals in the area. That is mainly where street talk is typically used, all right? So around the block, around the neighborhood, you hear people talking to each other and things of that nature. That is usually where you will hear a lot of street talk. Now, formal English or formal talk, when is that used? That is used in an academic environment or in an environment that is very professional, such as work, you know what I'm saying, a place of business, you know what I'm saying, a place of school, you know, things of that nature. That is where you will find a lot of people using formal English, especially when they're talking or communicating with another person. All right, so that is when formal talk is actually used. An example of street talk would be, don't come at me sideways. In formal talk, you would say, do not approach me disrespectfully or with an attitude. So, don't come at me sideways becomes, do not approach me disrespectfully or with an attitude. You see what I'm saying? That's one example of street talk and formal talk. Here's another example. Right, she low-key mad. Yo, she low-key mad. Formal talk would be, she's slightly upset. She's slightly upset. You see, one thing I definitely want you to understand is that street talk always has a lot of non-grammatical structure, all right?
Come on, everybody want to try to be like the natives, right? They stole our land, they stole our culture, made us victims of paper genocide, and now they want to take our speech patterns and our just everything. We can't even have our Ebonics. The Africans are coming after our Ebonics, y'all. This is wild. This is absolutely wild. And if you guys haven't checked out my new website, nativeblackAncestry.com, make sure to check it out to access my genealogy services. Or if you guys want to book a genealogy consultation, you can always email me directly at mike@keymediapro.com.
Hey, if you're looking to get genealogy consultation, I highly recommend Mike. You know, he was very thorough, prompt, very knowledgeable. He even taught me some stuff about the background of Indian ancestry and heritage that I didn't know. The biggest piece of it is he taught me how to pull records and really dig into those records to make sure that I have things to match up to be able to take back for my citizenship. So I really appreciate everything he does, and I highly recommend Mike as your genealogist.
Street talk tends to have a lot of non-grammatical structure, especially when formulating different kinds of sentences. Formal talk is more professional, more, you know, articulate, and it's a little bit, it has more grammar to it because formal talk is basically standard English. Okay, so I definitely want you to keep that at the back of your mind. Street talk is basically slang, hood, and that kind of dialect. Formal talk is more standard, professional English, academic English, that type of English, if that makes sense. Okay, and it sounds more wordy and it sounds more articulate. Okay, so that's the first step to understanding the differences. Let's move on. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of sentences. You're going to tell me where this goes. Is this sentence for formal or is this sentence for street? All right, you're going to tell me the difference. Let's take a look.
And yes, Melanin, I'm in the same boat as you. It's like on the one hand, this is so pathetic, it's laughable, but then on the other hand, this shows how dire the situation is. We're at DEFCON 1 right now, y'all. Wait, hold on, y'all. I was born in 94. I'm not up to date with my Cold War references. Is DEFCON 1 the highest degree of DEFCON, or would DEFCON 5 be the highest? Either way, you guys understand what I'm trying to say, guys. The enemy is at the gates. The tethers are not coming. The tethers are here. Look to the left, look to the right, observe your neighbor. They're most likely an African migrant. You just couldn't tell because they're faking a Black American accent.
Trying to hit a lick. I'm trying to hit a lick. Is this formal or is this street? I'm trying to hit a lick. Is this formal or is this street? Okay, you should have your answer by now. If you said formal, you're incorrect. If you said street, you're correct. I'm trying to hit a lick is street talk. And that simply means I'm trying to make quick money, often through questionable means. I'm trying to make quick money, often through questionable means. So if you hear somebody say,
These fools don't even know what they're talking about in the slightest. I'm trying to hit a lick does not necessarily mean it's questionable means. It just means you're looking for an advantageous situation. You're looking for a come up. You're looking for a profit, a wide profit margin, a good spread. Oh, Lord, I'd make millions if I sold out my fellow Black Americans and taught the enemy how to talk like us, y'all. I would make millions. Instead of doing these genealogy consultations, y'all, I can be charged. Oh, Lord, oh, Lord. Instead of teaching y'all how to do genealogy for $75 consultations, I can charge these fools $300 to sit down with Mike TV for an hour and teach them how to speak like us, how to pass, y'all. Everybody wants to be able to pass, don't they?
I'm trying to hit a lick, meaning that they're trying to make some quick money. They're trying to get that quick bread, you feel me? Like, I'm trying to make some money right now, bruh. I need some cash. I want that right now. Trying to make that money. That means they are trying to make a lot of money through questionable means. Okay? Let's move on. Take a look at the second sentence. That joint hit different. Hey, yo, that joint hit different. Where does that go? Is that formal?
Guys, I'm about to have to grab a joint and spark up. I'm getting a migraine listening to this motherfucker. What are you, sir? Are you Congolese? Are you from Nigeria? How long have you been in our country? Why did your parents think it was best for you to flee the entire continent of Africa and come to our homeland of America? Why are you here, sir? Was it famine? Was it war? Was it a coup? Was it genocide? What was it exactly? Is your daddy a oil tycoon who sells out his fellow Africans to the CIA and the French Foreign Legion? I mean, well, what exactly is your backstory? Because now you're in my country, get into a bag teaching African immigrants how to cosplay. Are you a fucking agent? What is going on exactly here? What is going on?
Or is that street? That joint hit different. That joint hits different. Is that formal or is that street? I'm sure you probably got it right. That joint hits different is street talk. And that simply means this item or this experience is unique or especially good. This item or this experience is unique or especially good. One thing I definitely want you to understand is that when it comes to street talk or when it comes to hood English or whatever you want to call it, the word joint can be referred.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Some wise young ladies once said, don't go chasing waterfalls. Just stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, when we're dealing with these tethers, I guess we'd have to switch up the lyrics a little bit. Maybe they should just stick to the bush babble that they're used to. Oh, damn, I get it now. I get it. I see why y'all want to be like us, because it's not cool to be like you.
Chape for crazy because my concierge music keep on dragging me. I pay for tips, they scaring me. I cannot barely sleep, but even I cannot hold on. Without you on the side of me, I never knew this fame. Take the ones I love away from. I wanna see cases bad, why can't someone call me? I got to shoot out on my sleeve. I might kill the burning waves, I'm feeling like.
Go, shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. You gon' sip and party like it's your birthday. And you know we don't. Go, shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's.
I had the privilege of cutting the village chief assistant. So I grabbed my mighty shovel, cause it's the most luxurious tool in the village. He was enjoying the shovel experience, he started smiling, but he remembered in the village, smiling is for the weak. So I kept reducing his hair to the level that he wanted. Then I grabbed my knife to put in the details. When I was done with the hair on top, I grabbed my water bottle and sprayed some water so the razor can just slide. The razor was sliding indeed, so I proceeded by fading, adjusting the razor over the comb and the comb over the head. When I was done with the fading, I asked him whether
Damn, they want to look like us so bad, y'all. It don't matter that they ain't got clippers and guards. They gonna use shovels, whatever it takes to get an FBA haircut.
he should cut his mustache. But he looked at me and I remembered I might get disowned by the village for joking with the village chief. I then proceeded with the hairline, then I added some African.
I wonder who taught them this hairstyle. This isn't indigenous to Africa. What inspired this? Where did you first see a lineup and a taper and a fade and what are you trying to be right now? Because you ain't trying to be an African.
Charcoal so it can look as straight as an African arrow. Village chiefs only talk to their fellow chief. So when I was done, he looked at me and he touched his mustache to give me the blessings.
So many different things. It can be referred to someone. It can be referred to, what's it called, a thing. It could also be referred to an experience. So it's sort of like a noun for various different kinds of things, various different kinds of words. Now, when I say it's referred to a person, I wouldn't go out my way to go call someone a joint because that is disrespectful. When I say it's referred to a person, here's exactly what I mean. Sometimes a lot of people here in the United States, you know what I'm saying, especially when they're referring to a female, they tend to use the word joint. Like, she a bad little joint, meaning that she is a really good looking female, right? She a bad little joint. You see that joint over there? Like, or sometimes they're referring to the woman's behind, right? So if the girl has she has a really big bum and another guy's looking at her big bum, they be like, man, that joint is fat. That joint is fat, meaning that her booty is really, really big. You see what I'm saying? So
I'm glad I came across Mike. He was a great thing that I came across. He has a lot of information, a whole wealth of information. So for those of you that want your own family genealogy done, I highly recommend using Mike because I'm going to go ahead and go further using his services. Once again, thank you, Mike. It was great meeting up with you. Thank you.
meaning of joint. Joint itself can be used to describe various things. That joint is nice, meaning that that thing is very nice. That joint could be like the car. I could be like, my car is very nice. Instead of me saying my car is very nice, I would say, that joint nice. That joint nice, meaning that my car is very nice. All right. Or, for example, you can see this with people that smoke a lot of weed, right? People that smoke a lot of, weed, they tend to call the weed joint. That's another word for weed, or another word for cigar, any of those kinds of things. They call it joint. So they'll be like, this joint hit different. For example, if they're smoking weed and they're like, and they're smoking all this weed and all that kind of stuff is in the air, right?
He don't even know how to imitate us smoking weed, y'all. He ain't never smoked no weed a day in his life. Talking about, like, what are you doing, boy? What are you doing? He's so lost. He don't even know how lost he is. He is so lost. This is like that movie Inception, y'all. He in a dream within 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 a dream type shit. You are lost, good sir. You were so lost.
And they're like, yo, this joint hit different, bro. Yo, this joint right here, this joint hit different. When they say this joint hit different, what they mean is this thing makes me feel completely different. It makes me feel unique. It brings a different kind of feeling within me. So when they're like, yo, this joint hit different. They mean like it really, really brings out a unique experience every time I actually smoke it or every time I actually take it. So remember.
Come on, y'all. Let's talk about it. Before any of you guys think that I'm a conspiracy theorist or I'm trying to sound the alarm on some false threat, remember, these tethers are all around us. You just haven't realized. The latest Martin Luther King Jr. movie, played by an African. The latest Nina Simone biopic, played by an African. The latest Fred Hampton Black Panther movie, played by an African. That Snowfall TV show about Black American LA drug dealers, the lead character is a fucking African.
I built this shit. Me. Brick.
That is an African right there. Did you know that? Did you know that's an African from Europe? An African whose people fled the motherland to go to their ops kingdom? This motherfucker went from Africa to the UK to America to pretend to be us.
Brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
Shut your African ass up. You ain't like us.
The word joint can actually be used to describe various things. It's not attributed to just one thing. It means multiple things depending on the context of how you use it. So keep that in mind. When it comes to formal talk, right? In my previous video, I illustrated that you
walk a while. She said you all truth, Mike. You pointed different. You better stop it. You better stop it. Hey, like, I guess the only hope that we have is that he's like 7 iterations old when it comes to the slang, y'all. It's like if this was an iPhone update, we're on like update number 12 and he's on update number 2. Like, no, sir, you're so many leagues behind us. You'll forever be trying to play catch up. The cops can't even play catch up appropriately. Even the cops can't keep up with our slang and shit. So what makes you think your African migrant ass gonna keep up with it if other Americans can't?
Honestly want to always use formal talk in a professional environment because that is the best place to actually use that kind of English, right? So for example, if you're at work, you wouldn't say he copped out last minute. You wouldn't say that in a professional environment or at work. You would say he backed out of the plan last minute. He didn't show up. Our client didn't show up. You would say something like that in that nature because you are in a professional environment. It is very important to know the difference, right? So you wouldn't say you got me heated. You got me heated in a professional environment. You would say, I am really upset by your actions. I do not appreciate what you just did and I'm getting upset. Right? You would say something like that because you are in a professional environment. Like if somebody does something good for you, right, at work, you wouldn't say, good looking. Hey, bro, good looking. You wouldn't say that. You would say, thank you so much for your assistance.
Yo, this is so strange. This is so strange. They have, I thought they claimed to allegedly have such rich culture, right, guys? They claim they like built pyramids or something, or some kind of mud hut castles. And, you know, there was that one slave trader, Mansa Musa, who got to a bag that they love to talk about. What else? They have diamonds and stuff, but, you know, they send little one-armed children down there to fetch him because they're so corrupt and backwards. But I thought they claimed to have such rich, like, culture and heritage or something. Like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. For some reason, Africans don't want to be African.
I appreciate you so much for your assistance, right? You would say something like that. That's why I told you, instead of saying, what's good, boss? You would say, good morning, sir. How are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You have to know exactly when to use it and when not to use it. Now, of course, there are many times other people tend to use it. And that is the reason why I'm even getting ready to explain to you code switching. Code switching. So there are times where, for example, you're having a...
You motherfucking... Guys, I'm trying to get my channel monetized one day, so I'm going to hold my tongue. Motherfucker, you don't even know our code to be trying to teach code switching. What the fuck are you trying to... He's trying to skip to the advanced arithmetic of code switching when you don't even have a basic grasp nor understanding of the code to begin with. Thank you, Casey. This is some musty malice right here. Some musty malice. You don't even know how to read the code, but you're going to teach people how to switch the code. Oh, guys, this is, oh, Lord, where's my roll of Tums? I'm getting some heartburn and indigestion. Y'all, this is too much. This is too much. I said I was getting a joint. Where's my joint, y'all? Hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta grab that joint real quick. I can't, Lord, I can't. And yes, he swear he cooking. He swear he cooking. He about to start teaching code switching, y'all. He gonna teach how to switch the code. And he ain't even taught the code. He can't even decipher the code. Oh, Lord, sweet little white skin, blonde hair, blue eyed baby Jesus. I speak to you now, sweet little pale skin, Messiah like blonde hair, blue eyed baby Jesus. I need you in my time of need. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
A regular conversation with someone, you can start off with street and then transition over to formal, right? Let's take a look at a couple of examples of how this is illustrated. Number one, hey yo, I feel you, bruh. But respectfully, I think we should approach the situation differently. So, you notice how I started off with street talk and then I transitioned over to formal. So you could start off with like, hey yo, I feel you, bruh. But respectfully, I think we should approach this situation differently. You see? That's one example of how you can transition from street talk to formal.
Oh my God, guys, he is so ignorant. Oh my God. These motherfuckers about to get fired the first day at work talking like this. This ignorant ass, musty ass African boy, he thinks code switching is starting your sentence proper and then switching to more casual or starting casual and then switching proper. That's not code switching, dumbass. Code switching is speaking to pale-face people and others in a different, more professional manner than you speak to your fellow Black American. Us Black Americans can talk to each other casually with certain cuss words, even racial epithets, a whole bunch of shit that you will never understand, but a Black American will. And when we code switch, we speak in a completely different tonality and vernacular to others, you included, African booty scratcher. But this motherfucker thinks code switching means starting half the conversation casual and then switching professional. Come on, y'all. This don't make no sense. Like M. Hey, yo, Shody, how you doing? I think you look very lovely today, M. That's what he thinks code switching is. Come on, y'all. Hey, Tech Phoenix, it's nice to see you, boo. Holla at me, though. It's been a while, Tech. Nice to see you in the chat again. Like, that's what he thinks code switching is. No, sir, no. You're gonna get fired the first day on the job. They're gonna be like, what is up with these Africans? Why are they talking like this? Like, what the fuck is going on right now? Y'all, this is wild. We just gonna sit back and let them crash and burn.
All right, let's look at another example. Nah, this ain't gonna work. However, I believe there's a better solution we can consider. Nah, this ain't gonna work. However, I believe there's a better solution we can consider.
Yes. Do that, Collins. You're right. I'm wrong. You're right, Collins. Do that. Go to work. Take your African ass to work and tell your boss, nah, this ain't gonna work. However, I believe there's a better solution we can consider. They're so stupid. They're so stupid. Oh, they're so stupid. Oh shit, where's my joint? Oh, these motherfuckers so stupid and they think they so smart.
All right, started off with street, transition to formal. Started off with street, transition to formal. Okay, here's another example. Yo, this spot is hitting, but honestly, the ambience could be improved for a better dining experience. Hey, yo, this spot is hitting, but honestly, the ambience could be improved for a better dining experience. Right? Let's take a look at a few more. Man, she stayed.
Hell no. We passing around the collection plate, okay? Hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, throw 5 on it, throw 10 on it. You know this shit was not popping up in your algorithm naturally. You know you would never know about cosplaying Collins if it wasn't for Mike TV. And I've just sound the alarm and simultaneously gave you a hell of a laugh, y'all. Come on, go ahead and throw 5 on it. Somebody out there throw 5 on it. This shit is ridiculous. And honestly, I got to keep it a buck. Shout out to my loyal viewers. Because this shit didn't even pop up in my algorithm. Somebody sent it my way, and if I was a betting man, I'd say it was melanin runs through my veins. I swear to God, melanin runs through my veins sent me a few of Collins' videos, and I said, oh hell no, I gotta share this with the community. Did y'all know that we got Africans out here cosplaying to this degree? And this is the second live stream I've done on him. On the first live stream, we discovered he's cosplaying out there in the DMV area. The DMV. If you are a Black American in the DMV, you got to hold this L. You got to hold this L. I want y'all all putting up wanted posters on the corners and shit. Y'all looking for Collins. Get Collins out of the DMV because he's in the DMV and he's running amok. I'm from the West Coast. I'm a California native. We not holding this L. East Coast, y'all got some splaining to do.
Tripping. Though I understand she may just be under a lot of stress. Man, she stayed tripping. Though I understand she may just be under a lot of stress. You see, I start off with informal or street talk. She stay tripping. Glide over to formal. Though I understand she may just be under a lot of stress. Let's take a look at another one. I ain't gonna hold you. This presentation is fire. But perhaps we could refine the structure for clarity. I ain't gonna hold you. But this presentation is fire. But perhaps we could refine the structure for clarity.
Thank you, Shiz. Thank you. You know, I'm a content creator. I have community guidelines and standards to adhere to, but thank you. YouTube overlords, don't punish me for this. Shiz NJE1 says, all DC niggas should seek him out and mollywop the shit out of him. And matter of fact, YouTube ain't gonna punish me because even YouTube ain't up on code. YouTube don't know what mollywop mean. So yes, Collins deserves to get mollywopped.
What I want you to understand is that there are times where you can glide over from street talk to formal in general. Okay? So, I mean, sometimes depending on the type of conversations you're having with your friends, right? And depending on the level of intellect that they have in the sense of how well-rounded they are when it comes to English in general. So you can, for example, if let's say you're talking to a friend that's over.
Yeah, guys, if you missed part 1 where I roasted Collins, Tech Phoenix is correct. In the first one, he was blowing kisses.
Specific video, I'm actually going to teach you how to speak hood. This is part 2. The first phrase is, what it do. What it do. That's how you would say it. The emotion of anger. I'm going to give you a couple of phrases that conveys the emotion of anger. Sweet. That's all you is, boy. You sweet. You sweet, boy. What?
Yeah, if you come up to a Black American and say, you sweet boy, and then blow a kiss at him, you're going to get mollywopped, Collins. And you don't know what mollywopped means, so that whole sentence is going to be lost on you, and then you're going to get mollywopped, and you're going to be confused, and you're going to think you've done nothing wrong. And then hopefully that confusion turns to anger, and that anger turns to regret, and that regret takes your ass back to Africa where you fucking belong. Thank you. Have a nice day.
One side, and let's say he speaks formal, he speaks street, you feel me? Like you can tell that this person doesn't necessarily speak formal all the time. He's mainly talking in street talk. You could be having a conversation with him in street, and then you glide over and transition to someone else who speaks formal. You see what I'm saying? Like, depending on how the conversation is shifting, you can learn how to master this kind of skill. You notice how every time I'm even teaching you guys, there are times where I use a lot of informal dialect, and then I bring it right back to formal speech. So I don't just stick with one, but I switch back and forth. That is what you call code switching. Okay? So there are times.
That is not what code switching means, but yes, we will allow you to continue to believe that that is what code switching is. Yes, Collins. Go ahead, Collins.
You can honestly use this. I could be on the phone with a representative, right? Let's say I'm calling the bank, right? And I want to make a transaction between one account to another account. Or let's say I want to move some money. So the moment I pick up the phone and I'm on the phone with the bank representative.
And Waco, thank you for blessing the Cash App. I appreciate you sliding something in the brown paper bag.
Brown paper bag. Brown paper bag.
We had another contribution come through from Dennis. Dennis, I appreciate you as well. Thank you for sliding something in the brown paper bag.
Brown paper bag. Brown paper bag.
myself. I'm like, hey, good morning, sir. My name is Collins, this and that. Yes, I would like to make a transfer from my checking account, this to a different checking account. Formal talk. I'm not speaking street. I don't be like, hey, I need you to move money for me right now. I want you to move money from this account to the other account. You feel me? I don't use that kind of dialect when I'm speaking to a bank representative on the phone. I'm speaking in a formal way because, again, this is a professional conversation, not a street conversation. So there are many times you need to understand the difference. That's the reason why I'm really, really adamant on this. I want you to understand exactly when to use it, especially in your English learning journey. You need to understand exactly where slang is used and where formal English is also used. It is very important. Now, I'm going to give you a few couple of sentences, right? And I want you yourself to translate it, right, into formal for me. So let's start off with the first. He's wilding out. He's wilding out. Translate that for me into formal. I'm going to give you a few seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you come up with something? Good. Let's take a look. He's wilding out becomes he's behaving irrationally. He's behaving irrationally. So instead of saying, hey, he's wilding out, you would say, he's behaving irrationally. He's behaving irrationally. Excellent. Let's take a look at this one. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. I'm going to give you a few seconds to translate that for me. 4, 3, 2, 1. I do not have time for that. I do not have time for that. See? Let's take a look at a few more. Man, I'm just trying to stay low key, fam. Man, I'm just trying to stay low key. Translate that for me. 4, 3, 2, 1.
This motherfucker giving pop quizzes now. I'm done. I can't take it anymore, y'all. I can't take anymore. I've reached my limit on the bullshit meter. I can't do it. Stay tuned. As soon as this broadcast ends, there's going to be a 10-second countdown, and the next broadcast will begin automatically. I'll see you guys over there in just a moment.
They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British men. Quite frankly, you was kings, Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners. Raised up the children to worship their images. Set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them. And this shit get way deeper than your pigment.